come away from Stamford Bridge with a slender lead going into the second leg, which will happen at the Emirates in a couple of weeks' time. Fair result, do you think, given the chances, maybe Arsenal deserved to nick it?
I do think it was a fair result. I think on the balance of play, although Chelsea had their moments in the second half, Arsenal were the better team, and they looked like they were in control of the game. Those moments were against the run of play, outside of, Esteval having his moments. On the balance of play, I would say that 3-2 is an accurate result.
Yeah, going into this game, you almost felt like there were a few people that needed big performances. And although Gyökeres maybe didn't have the big performance, he had the big moments, a goal and assist. I think he'll be walking away from the game happy with his performance.
You know what? I said at the beginning of the game that this was a big vote of confidence, and to leave the game with a goal and an assist will just do wonders for his confidence. And moving on, he's going to want to push on and, build on that. And hopefully for Arsenal, he can build on that as well.
We had the perfect vantage point of both managers. We're watching Liam Rossini go up and down. We're watching Arteta go up and down. If you're Arteta, put your managerial hat on for me if you can, Dapo. Is he going to be happy with 3-2?
No, because he's a perfectionist, and because of the way the goals were and with the swing of the game, I don't think he'll be happy. But I also just think that he's just happy to just avoid a defeat here, knowing that the second leg is at Emirates and they would fancy themselves against Chelsea in the second leg.
Let's talk about the goals individually. Arsenal, we know how good they are from set pieces. Everyone knows that. Ben White, first goal, back post after 8 minutes, perfect start.
Yeah, that's what more do you want? Set piece comes in and we know how dangerous Arsenal are, and to score with, I think that was like the first set piece as well, was just the best way to start for Ben White.
Everyone's asked for Gyökeres to be busier in the box, right? I mean, he always seems to stand still sometimes like a bit of a statue. This time, busy in the box, Sanchez makes a mistake, he capitalises on that mistake. Good goal, big goal for Gyökeres.
For a lot of strikers, being a fox in the box is the main thing. So I think for him, for Arsenal, they will take 20 of those a season. I think the problem that he's been having throughout the season is that sometimes the ball's there and he might not be there. Today he was there, he got a tap in, and he's going to love that. 20 of those a season and he'll be a happy man.
Yeah, and we saw a different side to him as well in that third goal. The strength as well to then lay it off to Zubimendi. Bit of magic from the Spaniard, free.
Yeah, it's not only is he in the team to score goals, but the way that Arsenal play, it's a demand that the strikers link up, and he got himself there, got busy, occupied defenders, and laid it off for Zubimendi, who, to be fair, showed excellent composure and then put it in the back of the net. Very good goal.
Let's talk about young Garnacho. Obviously, made that move from Manchester United to Chelsea, which surprised a few Chelsea willing to spend big money on him. We haven't really seen the magic yet, but Liam Rossini will be happy with his performance, coming off the bench on the 53rd minute, scoring on the 56th minute, keeping his side in the tie.
With a new manager come in, it gives everyone a fresh start. So for him, I feel like a lot of people might think that he flatters to deceive, but you can't have a more perfect way to start, the reign under a new manager than to get the 2 goals. Comes on and makes an immediate impact. So for him, he will be absolutely delighted with that. Obviously disappointed with the fact that they lost, but very, very good for him in terms of just impacting the game and, giving Rosinha something to think about.
Garnacho maybe got the 2 goals, but Chelsea's star man, without a doubt, was Esteval on the side. I mean, I think Jurrien Timber's one of the best fullbacks in the league, and I think that's fact, actually. He was giving Timber all sorts of problems all night.
You know what? In the first half, I felt like it was a bit balanced. I don't know what happened in that second half. He just came alive, and every time he got the ball, you felt like something would happen. There were a couple times where a couple deflections made it go out for a corner, a couple shots the keeper had to save, offside a couple times. He was absolutely electrifying, and Chelsea have a star. They have a star on their hands with that kid.
How well do you think Chelsea played, considering this is a team without Delap, without Cole Palmer, without Reece James, without Caicedo? I mean, all 4 players that could really get into their starting 11. I mean, Rossini will be upset with a defeat, but he'll look at his team's performance here and he'll like the fighting spirit, the never giving up attitude.
100% he will like the fighting spirit. I think he'll be a bit disappointed with how long it took for them to get to that point. And it was a bit of a reaction to going a couple goals behind. But in terms of the overall game, he'll be very, very happy that they managed to compete and they managed to, go there with just a one goal deficit. He obviously would have preferred no goals, but the 1 goal deficit, he'd be happy. He'd be quietly happy with what he's seen.
All right, as we wrap from here at Stamford Bridge, you were at the game yesterday at St James's Park. Man City taking a 2-0 advantage back to the Etihad. Arsenal taking a 3-2 advantage back to the Emirates. Is it all set for an Arsenal-Man City showdown, or can you see a twist or two in the second legs?
I mean, my mind says that both teams will win their home fixtures, but this is football, and you just never know. It wouldn't surprise me if Newcastle went to City. We've seen that City can be vulnerable at times. It wouldn't surprise me if they went and got a result. Equally, Arsenal at home to Chelsea. Chelsea will have their players back. They could also just pop up because there's only one goal in it, and at this level, one goal is just never enough. So, you know, both ties are still in jeopardy. But for me, I do feel like the home teams will bring it home.
Yeah, two very, very good semi-finals here on SportyTV. 5 goals scored today as well. Gyökeres on the score sheet for Arsenal. Very important to kickstart his Arsenal career. And Garnacho, 2 goals for Chelsea as well. Again, a man looking to really kickstart his Chelsea career. This one, all to play for. But there's Arsenal that go back to the Emirates with a goal advantage. It finishes here. Chelsea 2, Arsenal 3.
Ahari, 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 ahari.